Hello and welcome to the first episode of Lead Her. It is amazing to have you here today. Thank you so much for downloading. And if you're out for a walk or cleaning the dishes or at the gym, I just want you to take a little second before we get started and just check in with yourself. Just asking yourself right now, how are you really feeling? Because I know as women, we are so busy worrying about everybody else and how they're feeling. We're wanting to keep our boss happy, our colleagues happy, our partner happy, our kids happy, our family happy, our friends happy. We're running about looking after everybody else. That we're not really stopping to think, right, how am I really feeling right now? Because I feel we're all going through a bit of a transition. We're going all through a bit of a change where you maybe got some goals in mind that you want to do and that you want to achieve, but you're maybe putting them off. And you're maybe thinking, do you know what, I'll wait till the kids are a bit older. Or I'll wait until summer till I start looking after myself more. Or, do you know what, I'm not good enough for that promotion just yet, so I'm not even going to apply for it, maybe next year. So we have these little goals inside and we think we've got all the time in the world to achieve them and do them, and we want to make sure everybody else is happy first before we start to chase these goals. But the truth is like when we keep putting what our wants to the back of the pile, and when we keep putting our wants to the future and we're not doing it right now, we start to lose ourselves. We start to feel lost, we start to feel frustrated, and we start to feel unhappy, and we don't know why. We're like, why did I just not feel happy right now? And it's because we're so busy trying to keep everybody else happy. And you know what? When you're not your best and you're not doing the thing that is inside you and you're not being the person that you really want to be, you're not helping anyone else. They're not getting the best of you. And the best way to kind of really understand if you're happy with the predictability of your life right now and the direction it's going, fantastic. But if you're not, the best way to really understand if you're happy or not is to think of yourself when you're 90 years old. So for me, I know this is so silly, but stay with me. I sometimes sit and think of a 90-year-old Leanne, and I can see her on a rocking chair. She's sitting on a porch. It's a beautiful sunny day. I can hear the birds. There's loads of flowers. I can see like a lock, and I'm knitting my 100th scarf or a baby hat for one of my grandchildren or great-grandchildren. And I feel like I'm rocking in my chair as I'm saying this. And I kind of think back in my life and I think, do I feel I gave life my all? Do I feel like I took every single opportunity? And last year when I was thinking like that, I thought, you know what? I don't think I would be. I think I'd be a little bit disheartened. I think I would have been thinking, God, Leanne, you had so much more to give and you didn't do it. And you stayed in your comfort zone and you didn't push and you should have. And I don't want to have regrets, and I know you're always going to maybe have some regrets, but I just felt myself like I had this little part in me, like I was really happy. I got married, I've got great clients, I've got great work-life balance, things are really good and I'm happy. But there's just that little part of me that was like, oh, you could do so much more, like you could help so many more people, you have more to give, you've got more to share. And I was sat and I didn't know what it was and it was scary, so I'd push it down and hide it away. And maybe you're the same right now. You've got this little goal of like, oh, I would love to try that. I'd love to do that. I'd love to feel that way and have this thing in your head, but you're shooting it down because you're so busy looking after everybody else. And like I said, that really manifests to something bigger and really starts to affect your mental health and how you feel and how you perceive yourself when you keep hiding it away. And like I said, I did it last year. And I felt like I had no one to talk to about it. I felt like no one understood me. I felt like the only person in the world who felt lost and felt frustrated and felt unfulfilled and felt I had more that I wanted to do and more that I wanted to achieve. It's a very lonely place. And that's why I've decided to create Lead Her. That's where she has came from, is from that uncomfortable place. And I want you to know right now with this podcast is that I've recorded this maybe like 25 times and I've not liked it and I've made mistakes and I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't do this and no one's going to relate to it and everyone's going to think I'm talking nonsense and I'm talking to a camera. Like, is anyone going to listen to this? I am out my comfort zone right now. But I know I need to get out my comfort zone and I need to have this conversation because there's other women out there right now who felt like I did. And I don't have it all worked out right yet. I don't have the answers right yet. I don't know what it's going to exactly look like right now. But I'm starting and I'm going to get perfect later. And I think it's going to be really powerful for us all to do that together. Because right now you might still be in that messy place right now where you feel you want to do something but you don't know how to do it and you don't know where to start. It's hard and it's scary. I know that. I've been there, and I want you to know I'm still there a little bit right now, but hopefully knowing that I'm out my comfort zone a little bit, that you're going to get out your comfort zone too, and we're going to do it together. And this podcast is going to be a safe space for you, for us to have this conversation, to help you think in different ways and help you really, and lead you, because it's called Lead Her. We're going to be leading you guys to unlock your full potential and become this woman that you really want to be. And we don't keep putting it off for the right time anymore. We are going to change. And it's really funny because I started coaching in 2015, and I was really surprised because growing up, I didn't have a lot of friends. I was really introverted and I was very quiet, and you'd be lucky if you got 2 sentences out, mate. And you might be laughing right now. You're like, this woman doesn't shut up. What's she saying? But honestly, I was a very lonely kid. I didn't have a lot of friends, and I was really surprised. Even going through uni, I had a small group of friends, and I was very lucky to have them, to be honest. And I'll tell you a funny story, actually. I didn't have a lot of friends at university, and 2 of my best friends now, they came up to me going in, we're finishing first year, and I didn't know what I was going to do after first year, because I didn't know who I was going to live with, how I was going to get to uni, and I didn't really know if anyone wanted to even live with me. I didn't know what to do. And I remember we were walking over the bridge with them, and they were like, Leanne, would you like to be our roommate? And I was like, me? Really? You guys want to live with me? And they still laugh at that conversation. They're like, why did you not think that we'd want to live with you? You're our best friend. I honestly just felt like I never really got along with a lot of women, and I felt a wee bit different. And the really special thing for me since 2015, which is a long time now, is that the women I've been working with are like me, and they're so positive, and they just want to grow, and they just want to get better, and they want to get healthier, and they just want to be the best version of themselves. But most importantly is that they want to help each other win as well. And my program has been so much more than a fitness program for a long time. And the conversation has really been changing for women that I'm meeting today as well, is that women are coming to me saying that they just want to feel better in themselves. The weight loss and the fat loss is a byproduct of them feeling good again and them taking action, like everything I spoke about today, about them finally achieving goals that they've wanted to do for so long and finally do something for them. And that again is where Lead Her is coming from. I know now that I don't just help women lose weight. I help them achieve and do so much more. Apologies if you can hear Lola in the background. I help them unlock their full potential and become the woman that they really want to be. And we've been doing this for so long, and we've been having these conversations within our community for so long. Women that I work with are so driven, they're so intelligent, they're so lovely and loving and caring and supportive, and we all have these conversations all the time. And it's really dawned on me that a lot of women don't have this strong community like I do now, and you are missing out 100% by not having that. So that's why I felt there was a reason and there's a space for this podcast, because I know many of you felt like I did, and many of you felt like our old members did, feeling lost, feeling not good enough, feeling frustrated, feeling unfulfilled, putting yourself at the bottom of the priority list. And this podcast is going to start teaching you and helping you and leading you to change. So I want this to be your podcast. I want you guys to get involved with me. I want to hear from you. I want your questions coming in. I even want your thoughts on certain topics. So if I'm talking about something next week or the week after, and you're like, I understand it, but I don't know how to apply it, give me your example, give me your problem, message me on Instagram, email me, any way that you can. I'd love to hear from you, so that we can know as well from you asking your question, other women are thinking like that too, that we're helping them as well, and you're also getting the help that you need. This is our space, this is our little community now, and I just really want you to get involved. And I'm also going to be giving you challenges as well, because I don't want this to be another podcast that you go out a walk or you do something and you're listening, you're like, yeah, that all sounds great. I want you to take action from this podcast as well. So I'm going to be giving you challenges, a little bit of homework now and again. We're also going to get guests on as well who can also share their story, because I know I'm not the only woman who's been stuck. And I know I'm not the only woman that's had to get out of her comfort zone and try different things to really unlock this version of them that is inside. So I'm going to be bringing some awesome, normal, real life women into this program, into this podcast to share their story with you as well. So I'm really, really excited. I hope you absolutely love it. And I want you to know before you go today is that I believe in you and I know you can do whatever you put your mind to. And I want to be a part of that and help you along that journey too. And I'm very excited for you. So next podcast will be out on Monday, so every Monday, and next week we will have our first challenge, and I cannot wait to hear how it goes. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope it's kind of brought up a bit of energy into your day and got you excited about what's to come, and I'll speak to you soon.